what type of music do we want? Do we want more like Story No War?
Music.
I ain't got
that
Minecraft
shit.
music.
That guy really
Pig
wants
step,
Minecraft
yeah.
music.
Or
Yeah,
Breakcore.
Spanish Flea.
Yeah, Spanish
Yeah.
Flea
Spanish
by
Flea.
Herb Albert.
Not
Herb
no,
Albert,
it's cool.
Spanish Flea.
Nah.
Flight of the Valkyries, yeah.
Everyone
Nah,
ties
okay.
with Fight of
That's
Valkyrie. Do
going
not
with
play that.
multi-crew, man.
Cliffs of
Spanish
Dover.
Flea. There we go.
Actually, this almost seems like more of a. Okay, that guy's doing it. We'll give him a haircut.
Wow, that was fucking close.
No, it wasn't.
Look close to me.
No. What the hell?
Squad is an honest game. An honest game reminiscent of PC gaming in the aughts. Smaller studios innovating with riskier titles. You pay up front once and receive access up front to everything. Player base divorcing DLCs remain absent. The entire player base is accessible. In a world of free-to-play models, Squad's retro business model stands refreshingly accessible.
Thank you, birthday truck. You did your job. You actually saved me. I didn't get hit because of you, and then I killed that guy.
Free-to-play models are not inherently inaccessible. Fortnite and War Thunder, for example, can run on toasters. Many free-to-play titles are accessible because they run on lowest common denominators of player base hardware. Excluding Save the World, Fortnite's content library, like Squad's, is nominally accessible. Fortnite's crossplay, too, means that their entire player base is accessible. In Fortnite, you can play everything with anyone on anything. War Thunder 2 runs on toasters, it's accessible on anything, and offers crossplay, it's accessible with anyone. But the content library, the tanks, planes, boats, and helicopters, isn't necessarily accessible. The library sits stuck behind either exhaustive grinds or exhaustive costs. 1,000 hours in, I still don't own top-tier hardware. In War Thunder, you can play some things with anyone on anything. To War Thunder's credit, the content library is incredible and the studio invests monstrous amounts. Squad 2 receives multitudinous deliverables. Since early access release in December 2015 as a rudimentary harder core infantry shooter, it's now a combined arms base building debate club. They refresh visuals and audio and introduce new toys, mechanics, factions, and maps. Squad is an honest, well-supported title. You cannot hype or market Squad's allure with celebrity interviews or flashy advertising. Like museum pieces, you should experience Squad firsthand, where big pictures are clear and smaller pictures are lovingly curated. Squad's art and direction waits inside the executable, not the marketing. Squad's art elicits enormous assortments of emotions and subsequent memories. Squad allows ample quiet time leading up to and after high investment and high payoff combat. Losing disastrously in Squad produces good memories, too. Vivid memories sitting out mortar strikes, teammates yelling, banter between randoms, and fruitful cooperative moments make Squad great. Where modern Battlefield produces diluted, shallow, and repetitive moments, Squad's moments remain rich, deep, and rarely repeated, no matter how hard players try. Those rich, deep, and unique memories are ultimately thanks to Squad's direction. Squad very clearly demands study and investment. Squad very clearly demands interpersonal communication and planning. Squad demands and rewards leadership and listening over twitch reflexes. Squad truly is the thinking man's shooter. Calling squad a shooter is arguably inaccurate.
292 west northwest. Guy moving across the
Multiple
field.
contacts, 293, 300 yards.
293, new 293.
Armament expenditure isn't necessarily required for victory. Like chess, squad is about projecting and reacting to threats. Among seas of trite catchphrases, mottos, and slogans, squads is shockingly sufficient. Communicate, coordinate, conquer.
Alright, squad, we've taken shipping yard. Okay.
But squad's formula, the formula that produces such vivid and positive player experiences, the formula that produces fun, is too dependent on very unreliable factors. Squad's charm and success requires investment, largely into understanding maps and
already.
managing people.
Press the tilde button and type /respawn if you're not at Ambush Hell. So, Sky High, BR Robbie.
At times, Squad feels more like a debate club than a first-person shooter, and that's great. Squad is challenging and enjoyable because of it. Enjoying Squad and its challenges, however, remains difficult. In entertainment, challenges are premised on tools and resources working fairly. Those tools and resources in Squad don't always work or work fairly. It remains difficult to see in Squad. The minimum specs might run Squad, but competing in Squad demands high-end hardware. The studio, Off-World Industries, or OWI, presents Squad through graphical fidelity as opposed to cartoon styling. Higher resolutions and details present advantages over lower settings. Lower settings and resolutions tend to further camouflage other players and details. You have fewer pixels and detail afforded to see and identify friend or foe. Because it remains difficult to see in Squad, it remains difficult to identify friend or foe in Squad. Squad demands that players IFF themselves and empowers players to utilize camouflages, both entertaining and challenging elements. You're supposed to cross-reference your map and blend into the environments.
What was that? Isn't the blue circle? Oh, enemy, close, 282!
Careful, careful.
Without further casual assistance tools, players running higher resolutions and settings hold advantages. Squad inadvertently rewards players running higher resolutions and settings.
No, we're wearing green. That was a bad guy.
Because OWI presents Squad through fidelity and photorealism, and because Squad provides minimal casual IFF assistance tools, the playing field stands unequal.
14, no, that's friendly.
Squad's challenge, by design, is supposed to be about communicating and collaborating.
Ooh, I just got a marksman shooting at me.
Oh, I see him.
Arguably, Squad may have achieved more player parity through cartoon graphic styling. Styling that better ensures the challenge of Squad remains in communicating and collaborating, not dealing with graphical difficulties and differences. Fortnite's player parity is higher, perhaps because of the cartoon styling. There are fewer details to become muddied at lower settings.
He's just peppering the rock. He's not shooting at us.
Assuming you can see well enough to IFF, it's then difficult to aim and control your weapon in Squad. Long-range firefights, the norm in Squad, feels clunky. Insufficient degrees of movement prevent fine aiming. The engine meets mouse input with unresponsiveness and long travel times, then immediate reticle jump. It feels like a click. If I need to move 5mm to the right, the engine only offers me increments of 10. Switching between weapons, infantry and vehicle, is also difficult. Even while panicking, soldiers carefully put weapons on safe before holstering.
Everyone. Nice.
Sensible in calm situations, frustratingly difficult in panicked situations. Switching to the T-72's coaxial machine gun cancels in-progress main gun reloads, a main gun that's reloaded with an autoloader. Because seeing, IFFing, and controlling weapons in Squad is so difficult, it's ultimately difficult to enjoy Squad. The entertainment possible in Squad exhibits richness that is difficult to replicate, but that richness remains rare. Long-range gunfights are difficult to enjoy when you're fighting the engine. Sometimes you have to drive the tank or truck, and driving the tank or truck isn't really fun.
Does someone want you to be driver?
No. Just
I can.
just drive.
Okay.
Yeah, I took one.
Drive.
It's my bad, my bad.
The liability
Head up
of
the
driving
river
these
for it. Let's get a
vehicles is
bob down
high.
there.
In the absence of vehicles, the most efficient retreating or advancing method remains suicide.
Okay, if you haven't already, press the tilde button and type /respawn if you're not at ambush hell. So, Sky High, BR Robbie. Go ahead and kill yourself.
If the habs are up, it's faster to suicide and wait for a respawn than to walk or wait for transport. That's not very fun. Long walks with internet strangers on microphones is fun. Waiting for a truck and getting on the truck is fun. Waiting for a helicopter and getting on the helicopter is even more fun. Squad's current formula produces inefficient fun. Fixed windows of 2 hours might produce 20 minutes of fun. Some less entertaining roles, truck driving, might be better served with NPC AI.
Oh, he's right in front of us.
Danger close, danger close.
Are you okay?
Another one.
Hey, they're on the head.
On the head.
2 down.
You got both? Alright, I'm
Hold
done.
off on the borders for a sec.
Oh, there's more.
Can't tell if you're killing our guys or not. Hold on.
Yeah, we're holding off there.
Well, we just got.
We're under attack.
Because it can be difficult to see in Squad, because it can be difficult to IFF in Squad, because it can be difficult to aim and control weapons in Squad, and because it can be difficult to enjoy Squad, it's difficult to share Squad with others. Squad, now, remains a hard sell. Proposing Squad to friend groups is also dependent on their hardware more so. Proposing Squad inherently proposes potential hardware purchases, too. Assuming you successfully propose Squad to others, it's incredibly difficult to enjoy Squad with your Squad. There are no party queue or party join systems. The current means require finding low population servers and trickling in, and then team switching when possible and asking server admins, assuming they're present and willing, to allow temporarily unbalanced teams. And then you have to jockey with other players to create, lead, and reserve spots for your friends. All easier said than done.
Shorter. And to be honest, unless you're retired or a teenager, you only have so much time to play a video game nowadays. If you have 9 to 10 p.m. set, you might get 10 to 15 minutes of enjoyment of really good gameplay from Squad in that hour. Because you're probably going to spend 10 to 20 minutes looking for a round. If you join mid-game, you're going to miss out on a lot of options. If you're looking to play tanks, your real option is to really only join a server right as it starts a new round. This one also just started a new round, so there probably aren't going to be any people leaving.
Often the servers worth playing are at or near capacity, which means trickling in one by one after several or dozens of minutes waiting per player in your group. Oddly, for every Reddit thread asking for party join in queue systems, the comment thread is full of players dismissing the issue, arguing this is fine. It is not fine. A game predicated on collaboration and cooperation ought to offer party queue and join systems. Say you've successfully proposed Squad and have gathered friends in a 2-hour window to play. Your budget will be spent like this: X amount trying to join the server, X amount trying to join the team, and X amount trying to join the same squad, X amount playing the game, and X amount probably enjoying squad.
I said that. Let's kill them.
Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going. Keep going.
Find a safe spot.
We're going back.
It's why I haven't proposed squad to my friend group yet. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not alone. That small amount enjoying squad, enjoying the rich yet rare gameplay that would cement and justify the sales pitch I made, is entirely dependent on friends dealing with difficulties and enjoying squad assignments.
They had a marksman somewhere, bro.
They do.
Yeah, I see him. Machine.
You just can't see them. Hey man, check backblast next time.
Backflash. There you go. Screw this. I'm out of ammo, boys.
Start using your knife. More now.
Oh, fuck.
Alright.
Bro, it's not worth it.
Make like the Russians and run!
Assuming you can overcome each of these difficulties, Squad's fun formula is still largely dependent on whether or not you've been afforded a veteran or familiar squad leader.
Thank you, truck. You know what you're doing.
No.
You often are not.
This will save us.
It is difficult to find a squad leader.
What are we doing?
We are just running the... We're
Trying to stay on the
supply
road,
road.
apparently.
We're going somewhere. I took the wrong turn.
Yeah, this
Let's
road's
go.
gonna lead us to the edge of the map, dude.
Ah, oh yeah, okay.
In the squad fun formula, squad leaders are powerful enough to overcome every difficulty mentioned. In squad leaders are dungeon masters. They're responsible for the group's fun. The veteran squad leaders are often Project Reality veterans, Milsim veterans, Arma veterans, or real-life armed forces veterans, or just players who've been putting in thousands of hours into the game. There's a shortage of those dungeon masters. Much, if not most of my time in squad has been alongside either no squad lead, a entirely unfamiliar squad lead, or attempting to squad lead myself.
Inefficient, but this one...
Yeah, anyone else want squad lead? I gotta go.
If you don't want it, I will take squad lead.
Yeah, give me some.
Weekday nights, Friday evenings, or a weekend afternoon session of boring, unsatisfying, and inefficient entertainment dominates my squad experience, largely because I wasn't afforded a dungeon master. Assuming your squad was afforded a squad leader willing to communicate, squad communications too can be difficult.
Squad 4, we're engaging enemies northwest of Ambush Hill, past the road.
Alright, I'm gonna start.
Have this mark, squad 5, try to push it through.
Remember, you can hit. Hey, I'll just get you over Sky, I got you. I got you, Sky, don't worry.
They're in the woods, that's west.
Sky, as soon as you get picked up, move backwards, alright? Just start holding down S.
Where
What's
the
up?
frick are they? For me to fire
280
a rocket at
northwest,
them?
west and northwest. 280.
Lots of squad communications are sometimes divorced. Twitch streamers trying to squad lead might be committing brainpower to entertaining the audience. Other squad leaders might be in Discord with a few friends, or in the server's Discord. Ideally, the communications channel should all take place within the in-game VoIP. I've straight up told my brother that we cannot hang out in Discord playing squad, because managing two comms channel is too hectic, especially if I'm trying to squad lead.
I'll put a rally down there. That'll allow us to kind of reach.
Squad leading is hectic and exhaustive work. The burnout is real. Enjoyment in squad leading is largely through talking and map management. Fans of harder core first-person shooters won't necessarily enjoy squad if you're playing squad lead correctly. It's not feasible to pick up the squad leader mantle yourself on a whim. Squad leading successfully is challenging on its own. You aren't just responsible for deciding where to go. You're responsible for deciding what kits to bring, how to get there, supplying your squad with spawns and resources, identifying friend or foe, marking the map, communicating with squad mates and other squad leaders, and maybe responsible once in a while for direct combat.
We need somebody to stay at ambush hill. We have nobody on ambush hill anymore.
Squad 4 can do it. Change of plans. Get back to ambush hill.
Squad leading is challenging, but as a new player, it's difficult. I have extensive OneNote checklists and references up on other monitors when I'm squad leading. The best tutorials are dozens of hours long, and that's before practice time. But squad leading, as a new player, isn't difficult because of the deep richness involved with leadership. It's difficult because so few direction and translation tools are afforded.
Yes, from Bunker Hill directly southwest by west. In the woods.
In the tree line or in the woods?
Yeah, in the tree line and the woods. All next to us. Yeah, where those markers are accurate.
This is Squad 4. We're encountering contact west of Ambush Hill in the forest in the tree line.
Lasagna.
They're approaching, spanning southwest all the way to northwest.
Affording quality direction and translation tools are necessary because in computer games, squad mates are not soldiers. They're squad mates without stakes. They don't need to listen because they don't depend on your direction to stay alive. They don't need to follow direction because they're not in real danger. Sometimes they won't necessarily want to listen or take direction, especially when sometimes the direction entails ending the fun gunfight and typing /suicide in the console to wait 2 minutes for a better spawn. Some may understand that typing /suicide is playing the objective. Most don't, and I don't blame them. Professional soldiers are intimately familiar with maps, surroundings, faction silhouettes, and equipment through long periods of purposeful training. Months or years of training and preparation for operations and conflict in a studied or familiar environment. They hold an acute awareness that failing to listen leads to death. The soldiers in Squad are men in computer chairs and a headset. It's an age-old problem. Why are servers full of players who won't take direction or play the objective? It's because it's difficult to give and translate direction. Think of how we direct the public in real life. Roads and airports are often color-coded to direct traffic to the right terminal. We use hand signals alongside audio cues to get kindergartners to shush. Stoplights change color and position to tell drivers when to stop and go. Audio-only cues in video games are prone to high failure to receive.
Hey Orpheus, where are they coming from?
We got they're just coming from have, so...
Give me a cardinal direction.
The south. I can't, I'm down.
Your directions may have been drowned out by loud cats.
Yo, we got bad guys on the other side of the wall.
Where?
They may have been AFK.
From
They're
the
coming
south
from
wall?
the south, that's all I can give to you. Yeah, by the south wall, south wall of the radio.
Squad currently works best when every player is attentive, responsive, and committed.
Hey,
How does
Ant.
my gun smell? We gotta do a gun check. How
Ant.
does it smell?
I forgot that worked.
A scenario we can't assume will happen. They're not professional or conscripted soldiers who need to listen to stay physically alive. They're largely men playing video games. They need supplemental visual direction. Mechanics, indicators, and communication tools that help translate through a digital medium of a first-person shooter. I can't physically tap the shoulder of the squaddie next to me and point a finger in front of their face to point out a target over there.
Put it on that, right here. Right where my shit is.
So on the attack marker, 450.
On my attack marker. 400. C. No, put it on the C1.
Range, 450.
Yeah, do 450.
Alright, 2 rounds out.
Okay.
2 rounds are out.
I need someone in the lodgy with me.
Our shot's good.
Yeah. Oh shit, this is empty, never mind. A little to the left.
Visual direction tools are present and evidently successful in the Left 4 Dead franchise. On-screen context clues that help the players interact through a digital world.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my goodness.
Context clues that help the player navigate to resources.
Take this. Some drugs.
Understand weaponry.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I got Molotov.
Identify threats.
It's She-Hulk.
What?
Dude, she was twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. It was so funny.
Someone help me. I'm being destroyed. Someone help me.
Oh, I thought you're attacked by... I saw you... Never mind.
Understand fellow player needs, make decisions and interactions, and otherwise train the player.
Get a pack of
I'm
help.
healing myself, it's okay. I got it, thanks.
The player who is trying to enjoy a video game.
What kind of like footage are you looking for?
There's like prompts. The game will tell you like there's a gun over there, or this player can use your pills, or like when you hold Z and press look on something, and it's like interactable, like it'll highlight it. So if I find a gun and go to the gun, or look over here and I press look, that should show up on everyone's screen. That's kind of like highlighted.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the game is called like a director, where it helps players understand what's going on.
Dude, you should design video games.
No.
These context clues are present in Squad, usually objective hints and whatnot. I'm ultimately arguing for an expansion of these context clues. Context clues that help translate what my or the squad leader's directions are. Context clues that help ease the burden on burned out veteran squad leaders. Context clues that help empower and enable new squad leaders trying to fill the
This
gap.
one doesn't come with the horn.
Because it's a Russian truck.
Come with horns.
Someone sold the horn for some beer.
New squad leaders should avoid YouTube videos, specifically the high-octane footage videos. Don't watch Karma Cut, watch Captain. The Karma Cut styled videos and other guest YouTubers covering Squad often advertise Squad as a non-stop hardcore first-person shooter action title. It is not. It's Debate Club. But YouTube retention meta demands, haha, machine gun go.
There's one at the tower too.
All the time. Here's what those videos don't tell you. Not every squad leader is a Karma Cut.
Alright, talk. What's everybody saying?
Often, there are not any squad leaders. There are long stretches of silence and nothing. By design. Sometimes those long stretches of silence and nothing amount to a fun action sequence. Sometimes those long stretches of silence and nothing amount to nothing. Your computer probably won't run Squad as well as the popular YouTuber you watch does.
Oh no, I dropped this guy.
Your friends will have a hard time joining your squad.
If I'm searching for games for servers, anything less than 100 ping, there's quite a lot, and they're all very full. And they're all very full. There's a lot of queues. Usually anything between 4 and 30, as you can see here.
And those glorious gunfights aren't actually how you win a game of Squad.
Everybody on top of that building died except for that hill. Yo, reinforce this. Gotta get on gas station.
I haven't yet had that stretch of gameplay that has felt like what was sold to me by YouTubers. More importantly, I haven't yet had that stretch of gameplay that has felt what Captain has demonstrated. The player community debates about Squad are often binary tugs of war. Add more player direction tools, compass pings for example, or keep Squad raw. Some in the raw camp argue that the player map, not the mini-map, the current map, is actually too much. Until I or a sufficient amount of newer players invest enough time and practice into squad leading, I don't really envision myself, my friends, or a larger player base in general enjoying squad as we should. I could cheat the system and grovel my way into some more organized and veteran squad communities and piggyback off of their experience in pursuit of squad's fun. But that's not what sets up squad for long-term growth and success. Raw squad has a prestige to it, a richness to whatever successes a player might achieve to it. It's a richness that comes with the satisfaction that you did it all yourself, using only your eyes, ears, and mouth. But that prestige is incredibly inaccessible. It's rare. I'm hesitant to mix my personal experiences into here, although it's clear I already have. But I also think it's important to detail just how disappointing my 40 to 50 some odd hours have been. It's been inefficient fun over weekends, weeknights, or long stretches of a weekend gaming session with my brother. It's been dealing with the troubles of just joining the same match, the same server, the same team, the same squad, with either a friend or my brother.
Squad 4 it is.
Oh, we got a whole truck. Truck, welcome to the squad.
Oh my god, you guys are talking?
Yeah, I know.
Who fucking who talks in this game?
It's crazy, right? We all talk. Birthday truck, come hop in the birthday truck. Come on, we got a truck just for you.
It's been disappointing following poor quality squad leaders, or no squad leader at all.
Hey, birthday truck, do you think you can pick me up?
It's been frustrating attempting to squad lead. The shooting has been frustrating because of the chunky 10mm when I need 5 example. It's been long stretches of disappointment, punctuated by moments of exciting chaos, but mostly disappointment. Fun in squad has been largely inaccessible. It depends far too much on the afforded squad leader and overcoming several subsequent difficulties. I cannot play everything with everyone on anything. I still struggle to run squad at settings clear enough to reliably see and IFF in game. I've upgraded over the years from an i5 4690 to a 4790 to a 4790K, and most recently to an R7 5700X. I've upgraded from an old R9 280X to a Vega 64. Old cards now, but new when I upgraded. The CPU upgrades helped the most, but I'm still not running on what is now a 5 or 6 year old game reliably enough and smoothly enough to enjoy squad. I can't reliably play on anything. I still struggle to join the same server, team, and squad with my brother on the rare occasion we do play. Until there are proper party queue and party join features, I cannot reliably play with everyone.
He's on me.
Damn it. He's along the fence.
I still struggle to enjoy what squad has to offer. So much of it is locked behind finding that veteran dungeon master. Sometimes the good content is locked behind being the squad picked for the fun roles. I cannot reliably play everything.
You go northwest. Like on my marker.
Oh, sorry.
Compared to other studios I've written about, I hold full faith and confidence in Squad's development team. I know they'll at least consider how to make Squad more accessible. But after my 40 to 50 hours of Squad, I'm not sure if I want to or can afford to commit to Squad further. I'm not sure I want to commit to waiting for optimization passes or expensive newer hardware. I'm not sure I want to commit to waiting for and gambling on finding that veteran squad leader. I'm not sure I want to commit to proposing squad to friends and commit to leading them through a labyrinth to join a squad together. I'm not sure I want to commit X amount of hours into studying squad so I can exhaust myself trying to squad lead in squad. I'm not sure I want to commit to dealing with squad's clunky aiming systems or commit to troubleshooting it. I'm not sure I want to commit to chasing a wild goose, that second exciting round. That wild goose becomes less wild with what I believe the implementation of further optimization passes and more turning degrees. Perhaps leaning and truly investing into DX12 and direct storage. This game truly depends on visual fidelity at constant frame rates. Either heavy investment into optimization so more players can see their surroundings, or heavy investment into a baseline IFF system. Party join and unit or clan organization tools are necessary too. The game's player base would most likely see a fairly significant jump once players can make the sales pitch to their friend group that Squad allows pre-match party queue and join functions. If anything, PlanetSide 2's template would fit nicely here. And lastly, more translation and accompanying visual direction tools. The better Squad can help new squad leads or make it easier on existing squad leads to direct their squad mates, the better Squad can repeat that first exciting round.
Take up points on Ambush Hill. Look for them from various directions. Give me a call out from your cardinal direction you're looking at if you seize contact.
Okay, I'm here.
The better Squad can produce more efficient entertainment, the better Squad can grow. Squad is currently at a very critical juncture. We've seen the highest player base we've ever seen since release, but seemingly too few squad leaders. Will the inaccessibility because of performance or assistance tools lead to the inaccessibility because of squad leader burnout? Will the squad lead burnout lead to inaccessibility because of the subsequent lower player count? It's controversial, but I think investing into a handful of casual assistance tools would lead to continued growth in the health of Squad. I want that because Squad is great, and I genuinely want to make the sales pitch and share this greatness. But until then, Squad remains largely inaccessible.
When a tracer goes right by your face and scares the crap out of you. Oh, that was a horrible noise.
You gotta pick me
the
up.
direction for me?
You gonna fit? Damn, you did fit.
Oh,
Alright,
dust
you
off!
gonna
Go!
fit?
Go! Dust off! Dust off!
What do we need a medic for?
Here, we'll go repair and then we'll go wherever we need to go. Cause I ain't taking chances. So we're gonna take a stop at man, then we'll go over to where you guys need to go.
I just wasted my pipe bomb.
On
Hey, I almost threw one. I like that zombie was curb stomping the pipe bomb.
Reloading.
Andrew should add that to your video for fun.
I probably will. Oh fuck!
Oh shit!